Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Subject of my vlog today is the foreigner's 11th commandment for staying alive in the Philippines. But before I get started, let me welcome my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. I left the rat race in December 2018 in search of a new life. And I found that new life in the Philippines. And I just want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences. Only way I know how, by giving you the nitty gritty, just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. What is the 11th commandment? Here it is. About a year ago, I did a video that was entitled The Foreigner's 10 Commandments for Staying Alive in the Philippines. One of my subscribers asked me, he said, can you do a part 2 to that? Well, hell, it would be 20 commandments. I think that would be overdoing it. So what I did was I said, well, I'll come up with the 11th commandment. And I put the link to the video, the 10 commandments, if you want to go back and look at that. I think it was a good video. But here it is. It's never embarrass or humiliate someone over here, especially in public, especially in front of their friends and family. Causing somebody to lose face over here is a big deal. It's a whole lot bigger than probably where you come from. Causing someone public shame is almost unforgivable. And it brings up a quote that I read from Maya Angelou. She says, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And one thing about us as foreigners, specifically when we come to the Philippines, we never even check to find out what the cultural differences are really. We just come over here to have a good time or to go on vacation or to retire. We never even consider the differences or what's acceptable, what's not acceptable when we get over here. And I think that's a mistake. It's a big mistake. When I fly into Chicago, because I fly to Chicago when I go anywhere overseas, I make it a point to know where I can go, where I can't go, what colors I can wear, what colors I can't wear. And I certainly don't make any hand signs, or even a peace sign, because I respect that gang culture over there. But it's no different when I get to the Philippines. I have to respect the culture over here. But this is something that most of us, myself included, we downplay. We don't even consider it. We overlook it. See, I told you I was stupid when I came over the first time. I knew nothing about the Philippines. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do right now, especially since you can't get in here, is to find out as much as you can about the culture. It's the most important thing. You want to know what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. At least know the rules over here. Raising your voice at somebody in public, yelling, shouting angrily at somebody is unacceptable over here. Causing them to lose face, man, is a big deal. Filipinos and Asians, period, especially in Southeast Asia, they'll go to any lengths to save face, including murder. Including murder. I got a friend over here, and I'm concerned about his safety, really, because he's so rigid in his beliefs that he brought from his country. He doesn't understand that you're not at home right now. The rules have changed over here. You got to bend a little bit. You got to practice a little bit of humility. A lot of the confrontations that you're having over here, man, you've been lucky. You just haven't confronted the right person or the wrong person yet. It reminds me of my brother. And don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming my brother for his death. I would never do that. He was 26 years old, but he had a mouth. He had the ability to get under people's skin. And then, when you put alcohol on top of that, it made it even worse. One time he got kicked off of a banister, broke his collarbone. It didn't stop him. The day he got killed at night. But early that morning, a man had pulled a shotgun out on him, threatening to kill him for talking crazy. Well, late on that night, he ran into the right person or the wrong person, whichever way you want to look at it. who said, no, I'm not going to put up with this stuff. And he shot and killed my brother. And remember, I'm not blaming my brother. I'm just saying, you keep up with this risky behavior, this unyielding behavior, and eventually it's going to catch up with you over here. One thing that I had a problem with when I first came over here was the customer service. Because in my mind, in my arrogant thinking, oh, the customer service over here, it doesn't, it's not on the same level as the customer service in my home country. Okay, not realizing that I'm in a whole different hemisphere. I'm on the other side of the planet. They do business different than they do over here. I never even took that into account. I was just thinking about myself. I wasn't thinking about the people. And it doesn't matter how right I was. It doesn't matter how valid my complaint was. I couldn't lash out like I do at home. It can cause irreparable damage. Unforgivable. It's unforgivable in some cases. Filipinos hold a grudge and they hold it forever. And that's what I'm going to tell you. When you get over here, at least know the rules, guys. At least know the rules. We don't even check to see what the rules are. We just take for granted that they're the same as they are at home. But they're not. Causing somebody shame over here, causing somebody embarrassment, putting them down, especially in public, man, it's a no-no. Trying to show up these men over here is a no-no. See, that's another thing that we have to be careful for. Okay? Respect these men in their country. Okay, you coming over here, we're shining. They're not so shiny. But instead of you trying to make yourself look better in contrast to them, why don't you shine a little bit of your light on him? Show some humility. It goes a long way over here. Humility. I was brought up with humility. My mother taught us that. One of the greatest lessons she taught us. When all the people was giving me praise about the house that was built over there, I was quick to tell them the truth. No, don't give the praise to me. That praise goes to rock engineering. That praise goes to those carpenters and laborers over there. See, that's humility. When they say, hey, Calvin, you're getting big over there. No, I'm going to tell you, don't give me the credit. The credit goes to the cooking of my girlfriend. See, that's humility, deflecting the praise from me. Now, it's probably different in America, where we have an obsession with being right over there. I mean, to a fault. I was recently having a debate, because we love a debate over there, about plane tickets of all things, about flights to the Philippines, which, by the way, you can't get in here unless you have a valid visa. But me, one of my subscribers, we're going at it. He's, telling his points, I'm making my points, and the voice is getting louder and louder. And my girlfriend is stunned. When we got finished, she's like, you can't do that over here. Somebody will shoot you if you did that over here. But to us, it's just an everyday occurrence. But we're so arrogant or just ignorant, I don't know what it is, that we never even look to see what is the rules over here. We bypass culture here. It's very, very important. It's at the top of your list. It should be. So that's the 11th commandment. The 11th commandment is don't ever embarrass or humiliate someone over here in public, especially in front of their friends and their family, or it's going to cost you problems. Show some humility. I don't care how valid your complaint is. I don't care how right you are. Over here, it doesn't matter. You have to approach it a different way. You have to handle it a different way. Sometimes it's okay to let it go, to walk away, and live another day, to fight another day, man. Because people will go to any lengths over here to save face, even to murder you. I'll say this and I'll get off of here. It's very important that you understand the cultural differences here, because when you get here, one thing that you're not going to be able to figure out is the important people from the regular people. Filipinos are very humble in that aspect. You don't know the barangay captain, the councilman, the congressman, from the sanitation worker. So imagine if you go there and you embarrass him in front of his constituents, in front of his friends and family, man, it's going to be problems for you. You're going to have a hard time over here. At least know the rules, guys. That's all I'm saying when I talk about this 11th commandment. Cultural differences are big. It's the most important thing, but we put it down at the bottom if we even address it at all. You're not at home. You're in a new country. Know the rules, respect the people, respect the culture, and you're not going to have any problem. But if you come over here, bringing that same thinking over here that, oh, I can get away with it over in the Philippines because I can get away with it at home, man, it's going to cause you some big problems, okay? So thank you so much. This is what my channel's for. Sometimes my videos are inspirational. Sometimes they're motivational. Sometimes they're entertaining, but most of the time they're informative. But they're never bashing. They're never going to put anybody down. This is a lesson today, guys. This is information I'm giving you on how important knowing the culture of the place that you're visiting is. It's very, very important. It's no different than when you go to Chicago. You respect those gang members over there. It doesn't mean that you approve of it. It doesn't mean that you're afraid, but you know good and damn well, you know what areas to go into, what areas not to go into. You know what colors to wear and what colors not to wear. And you damn sure don't go over there making any type of hand signals. Not even a peace sign. Because it's called respect. So when you get off the plane over here in the Philippines, do the same thing before you start acting a damn fool. Know what you can do, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, and have the time of your life. So if in America it's getting late, I hope you help somebody before you let your head hit the pillow. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you on your lunch break and see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. I often remind you guys that I was the man in the street. It got so bad for me, guys, that I had contemplated taking my own life, but I was too afraid. Plus, I never owned a gun before. But if I had a gun, I wouldn't be sitting here now. I probably would have done it. Thankfully, somebody helped me. Somebody stepped forward. And that's why I do what I do over here in the Philippines. I don't want any recognition. I don't want any pat on the back. I'm just paying it forward. I'm doing for people what somebody did for me. In the Philippines, I guess it's about 9 a.m. in the morning on a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm going to take the children swimming today if my knee will cooperate. My knee swole up on me. And I've used some ice yesterday and it really, really helped. I think I got a couple more days. I haven't been going anywhere. I've been making my videos here. Give my knee a chance to heal. But if you're over here, there's no excuse for you not to intentionally go out and find somebody to help over here. Millions of people out of work. Business are operating at about 30%. Not a day goes by that I don't find somebody over here to help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.